Hi guys, welcome back to Steer Your Success. On this channel, I am helping steer you in the right direction to meeting your financial goals. And today guys, we are going to be talking about how to get started on a budget. Now, if you caught my last video, we talked about the 3 ways that you can jumpstart your new year. If you have not seen it, go ahead and hit the card above or see the link down below so you can look at that. First thing that we talked about was making a budget. And I cannot emphasize enough how much a budget is necessary in reaching any of your financial goals. Quick note. You probably want to plan the next month budget maybe a week before so you already have your action plan in place. The first thing you want to do is calculate your monthly income. If your income fluctuates month to month, get an average, go ahead and write it down. Now, if you're married, make sure you include your spouse in that total as well. Please don't forget things like alimony, if you're in real estate, maybe rental income, child support income. Make sure you include everything when you're getting that full total for your income. Next thing you want to do is calculate your expenses. At the top of that list should be your essentials. That would include your food, shelter, utilities, and transportation. Those will be the things that will at least make sure that your life is somewhat smooth. After you have those essentials at the top of your list, you might want to look at other things in your life that you come across on the month-to-month basis. To maybe assist you in that, you probably want to get maybe 6 months, I would say, of your bank statement so you can analyze your spending pattern. What do you find yourself dishing out on a month-to-month basis? And make sure you include that as well. Maybe you'll find, get reminded of those intermittent payments such as insurance premiums and things of that nature. Now, kind of talking about insurance premiums, what I found is a good practice that you probably want to put in practice as well. For instance, I'm going to say you could go ahead and make a fund so that you'll have the insurance premium ready when it's due. For instance, let's say we're working on February's budget. Since we're almost in February, we're working on February's budget and we want to say maybe the insurance premium is due again in June. What we want to do is have those funds in place by May. You want to have them together the month before. And let's say, for instance, I want to make a kind of an easy example. Let's say the insurance premiums add up to about $500. What you want to do is take that $500 and break it up, divide it into 4, because we'll have 4 months to get that amount together. So you take that $500, divide it into 4, that gives you $125 that you want to allot in your budget so that when that time comes, you have it together. What I like to do as well is kind of boost it up a little bit. Maybe you can do $150. So you'll have $600 a month before it's due in case there's any insurance premium increases or things like that. And if you find that there's no increase, hey, extra money towards the debt or emergency fund. What you also want to include on those expenses are your debt payments. Don't forget about those. If you have any credit cards, student loans, anything of that nature, you definitely want to include a place on your expenses for those debt payments. Now, after you've gotten all of the expenses listed out, what we need to do now is do the math. We want to subtract all of the expenses from the income. What you will find is one of 3 things. One thing is you might have a break even, which is very rare to be honest, and you're good to go. Or what you would have is that you'll find your income is more than your expenses. And that's a great place to be. But the thing is, we want to have every dollar have a destination. So what we need to do, those extra funds, we need to put to work. Maybe we pay down some debts. Maybe we build emergency funds. Maybe we put more towards retirement or investments. Just make sure every dollar has a job. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where you might find your expenses are more than your income. And then that's where we need to take a deep dive and kind of evaluate what we're doing. Maybe we want to start looking at the expenses. Maybe we find ways to cut expenses. Maybe we don't need to eat out as often. Maybe we don't need to hang out with friends as much as we do. Maybe instead of shopping so much, maybe we cut back on shopping, or maybe even consider shopping at a thrift or consignment shop. Just ways where you can decrease your expenses. Or what you can do is increase your income. Now, whether that be volunteering for overtime, asking for a raise, if you're in commissions, maybe you just work your butt off even harder. Or maybe that would be picking up a side hustle. I mean, if you have a talent or knowledge that you can share with someone, do it and earn some extra cash while you do it so that you can get on the financial path to where you need to be. So after you've gotten that budget together and every dollar has an assignment, the work does not stop there. We need to review that budget consistently, whether it be on a monthly basis, bi-weekly basis, or weekly basis. But we must check up on that budget, because what you find is that you sometimes find yourself spending more than what you planned, and you'll have to adjust that. You'll have to get that money from a certain area. But what we're not going to do is run to the credit cards. That is not an option while we're working on our financial goals. So please make sure you're doing that. Look at that budget and look at it often. If you find yourself stuck, like, oh my gosh, I might have spent too much here or spent too much there, definitely look at it, reevaluate it, subtract from areas that are kind of in the wants category more so than the needs, and see what you need to do to make sure that that plan is working for you. And also, please remember, it takes about 3 to 4 months to kind of get on, a budget plan that's right for you. So please don't give up. You will definitely get there. Once you get there, you'll find how freeing it is to kind of get some kind of financial stability in your life. And there you go. You have the basics to making your budget. Think about your lifestyle spendings right now. What areas could you cut down to make sure you reach your financial goals even faster? Leave them down in the comments below. I love to hear from you. And if you found today's content helpful, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And if you know someone that could benefit from the information I share here on Steer Your Success, tell them about me so they can join us here every successful Sunday, where I can share more tips and advice on how you can reach your financial goals. And until next time on Steer Your Success, bye-bye.